Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in playlist LeetCode 75, currently we are looking into LeetCode problem 443 string compression. So here we are given a character array and we need to compress this array and return the index. So what is returning index? So what is compression actually? So here what we need to do is if we have more than one member of a particular character, then we need to use that number. So what I'm doing is, so as we are having a twice, so I'm placing two in the next whatever the position, and c we are having three, so I place it c3. So if you observe, so here we are entirely representing the same character array, and but we decreased one position. That means we are compressing this particular array. So that is what our desired output. To retrieve this one, um, first time I will just use a very simple method. It is very effective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out how many counts of a particular character we have. So let's say I'm having a two times and b is equals to two times and c is equals to three times. So once I found them, I will try to make the changes in the array. So I will first place a, and next I will place the how many numbers we have, and I will continue the same process for rest of the characters. But but we are going to do it in a more efficient way. And at the end of the solution, we need to return the index. So index means here the index is uh, here the index is 5 we need to return. And we need to make sure that we are going to make these changes. We are not going to create the new character array. We are just converting this particular array to this one. So until the third number we have, that means until the fifth index, we are making the changes, but later we are not making the changes, and we are going to return the index. Uh, that is what decide output here. So let's see how we can solve. Let's try to jump into the solution. So first I'm going to take some parameters. The first one is index, and then what I can say, I'm going to take one parameter, that is count. Count is nothing but to count how many characters we have. Currently I'm taking count as equals to one. So, and one more thing, and when coming to other variables, I'm going to place my character in previous char, and that's where I store the current character that I'm looking into. And let's see how this is going to help us. So I'm starting a for loop, and at the index 1 and till the end of the character length, and I'm just increasing the I. It's just a for loop and starting with I. And then later what I will do is I will just compare if chars of I is equals to previous char. So I'm just comparing the first node as we are already previous char, that means the zeroth index value, right? I'm comparing it with the current one. Current one is nothing but one index. So if it is same, then I'm increasing the count. Okay. If it is not same, then that is our condition, that's where we need to make the changes in the array. So what changes we are going to make? So first change that I'm going to make is I'm going to update character index is equals to previous char, and then later I will increase the index. I am increasing index. First I updated that particular character, then I need to update the how many numbers we have, right? So that's where. And I need to check if count is greater than 1. If count is greater than 1, then only I need to add the value. If a is equals to 1, if we have a number of a's are 1, then we don't need to update the position. We can just leave the position as a. That is what we have observed in example 2. You can see the same thing in example 3 also. We are given the character array, and here also you can see there is no number next to a. That's it. So, and here I'm going to run a for each loop. Why I'm running for each loop is I'm going to find all the characters inside this particular count and add them to chars. That's it. And increase index. And then later what I will do is I will try to make the changes. Previous char is equals to chars of current index, and then count is equals to 1. That's it. This is a very simple thing. And one more thing that I am making the changes is, so at the end of the loop, after, let's say, we are in this particular loop, we are checking the number of counts of c. So it is not going to we are not going to meet this else condition, as we don't have any characters next to it. So for the end character, for updating the end character, I'm going to use the same condition, same logic here until this one. And I'm going to use it after for loop. So that's it. It's very I'm just adjusting this spaces. 1 minute. So at the end of the loop, I will just return the index. That's it. Let's give it a try. So I strongly recommend whoever solving this issue to try to debug it. Try to debug it. Then only we will get to know like what is happening. Try to remove this particular logic that I had at the end, and you will get to know what is the output that we are getting. So I will strongly suggest you to just try to debug so that you will get to know in more depth. So yes, we got our results. It is 100%, and you can see it is the best solution. So this is all about today's problem. Thanks everyone. So tomorrow we will come back to the next problem. Thank you.